Yeah, welcome back. On RealCopStoriesVideos.com, we have 355 cop stories in 6, 7 to 10 minutes, just cop stuff. You know, vice, narcotics, gangs, gross alerts all over the place, naked people run through parks. Enjoy them. We'll love it. On that same site, 109 or 10 of answers and questions. And you ask me questions, I'll answer them. I'm answering a question right now about supervision. And if you want to ask me a question, email me at rsbcopstories@gmail.com. Okay, I'm at a meeting with I considered a racist top step. And we're discussing an incident. And he's looking down on me. And, you know, I told you before, he's sitting like this, talking down, and not listening to a word I'm saying. Okay, so that's fine. So he goes, well, I don't appreciate you guys doing it. I said, well, I don't think he did it. I think he was just responding to your request, and he couldn't see who was asking. It was dark, and he put the in my face. I said, well, I said, why would he put it in your face? Well, what's the purpose of that? Well, I don't know. I think he doesn't work our squad, and I don't know who he is. I said, okay. Well, first of all, I realized right out of the gate, he's not listening to a word I say. So I said, okay, fine. So he goes, well, how are we going to resolve this? I said, well, no, we're going to resolve it. I said, I'm a professional, man. I said, because, we back up a little bit. We help each other a lot because we don't have enough manpower. If he has a warrant he wants to serve, and he's only got like 5 guys, he'll call us for the service, and we'll go over there en masse, help him get through the door. That's the biggest part, is getting through the door. Break the doors down, go in, and then with his 5 people, they can handle afterwards, booking the bodies and processing the evidence. They don't need beef on the hoof. So then we all secure and come back. And that's what happened on that night. Is they were helping them, and then once they got done, once they entered the house, our guys were secure and went back to where we came from. Because we don't have, contrary to popular belief, we don't have hundreds and hundreds of narcotic officers in the city. In the city, we have maybe 300 or 400. That's it for 10,000 cops. So it's a very small percentage. So we have to help each other. So I said, well, we're going to help each other in the future. It's not going to change. And he's looking like, got that look on his face. Oh, I hate that. But here's the thing. I said, we're not going to help you unless I'm there. And he looked at me. That way, if there's any problems, I'll resolve it with my people, and you resolve your people. And then I told you before, now I pull my belt tighter. And I said, oh, by the way, in the future, if we're helping you, don't talk to my people. And he looked at me. Well, I thought, this is time to just tell him. Because I think he's looking at me for a lot of reasons, down to me a lot of reasons. 1, because I'm junior to him, maybe about 4 years junior to him. 2, I'm a minority, and I think he didn't like having to talk to a minority, mandated by a minority lieutenant. It's interesting, but anyway. I think that's why he didn't like that. And I'm sure he's being challenged that he said something, maybe this much, might have done something wrong. Maybe. But guys like that, there is not. They're always right. And that's fine. Okay. So I said, so don't talk to my people. If we're doing something in the field and you want something done, you just come to me. We're going to do that from now on. I'm going to help you, but I'm going to be there. Well, okay. That's a good point. I said, now I'm looking at him. Yeah, it is a good point. Didn't tell him that, I just looking at him. He didn't know what to do. He goes, well, I guess we're done. Yeah, I guess we are. Okay, so, all right. So instead of saying, he didn't say hello coming in. I don't know why he didn't like me. I did nothing to the guy. Okay? But I think he didn't like minorities. Because why would he? He didn't like me 6 years ago. For what reason? I have no idea why he didn't like me. I'm trying to make cases. I made cases for that unit, but he didn't care. And now he's definitely not looking at me. Okay, fine. For this guy, popularity contest? I'm never in a popularity contest, okay? So anyway, so we come out of the meeting, right? So I'm doing something. He doesn't even talk to the lieutenant, he just walks out. So I'm filling his paperwork. I'm getting ready to leave, and he goes, lieutenant comes out. Mr. No, nothing. Comes out and he goes, well, did you guys resolve it all? Is it all taken care of? I said, yeah, it is. He goes, I said, oh, okay, we're going to work together? I said, yeah, with a stipulation. He goes, what's that? Just make this, and this guy, I've already challenged him a couple times, so I almost feel bad about saying something like this because I've already beat him up already. But I go, we're going to help him. But if I'm not around, we're not going to help him. He goes, well, what if you're on vacation or something? We're not going to help him because he's starting to dictate to my people, and I'm going to stop it, so it's not going to happen. Well, I think we can, if you're not here, we're going to have to. I said, I'll tell you what, Lieutenant, if you have a problem with that decision I just made, then let's call the captain right now. I reached for the phone. I'm standing right across from him. Let's call the captain right now and we'll clarify it. Oh, that's not necessary. Got him. Pair of twos. He folded. Okay? And again, when I start doing that, I've done that many, many times. When you start what I call, not really bluffing, but you make an ultimatum, okay? You gotta be able to back it up. And if he said, yeah, let's call. I was ready to go. Because I'm going to say, I'm going to tell the captain everything I told you. Not except that he's a racist, but all the stuff that he did. I said, I'm not saying we're not going to work for him. Because he was concerned we're not going to work together. I said, no, we're going to work together. But I'm going to be there. So he's standing there trying to spout stuff. I'm going to step right in front of him and say, whoa, what do you want? What do you want? No. He didn't like that. Okay. Lieutenant didn't like it, neither did the top step. Too bad. That's the way it goes. Okay. Now, fast forward about, another 6-8 months. Lieutenant calls me in. I go up to, what's going on? This is a good one. He goes, well, this top step, I wish I could say his name. I can't. He's having a problem with an employee. And he was wondering, and I was wondering, since I don't want to kick this guy out or whatever he's doing, they have a personality conflict. That's an excuse for I don't want you to be around me, one way or the other. You're the guy that, we did that in patrol once in a while. I did it. We have a partner that's incompetent, doesn't want to work. I tell the sergeant, you have a personality conflict. You're sitting in the car together for 8 hours, and so they break you up. Well, they just keep doing that later on. I go, well, he's got a guy that, would you mind, you have an opening down there, would you mind taking him and let me know if it works out? And I said, sure. Because I knew that it wasn't the employee that I'm going to get. It's the top step who's the a-hole. I knew that right as soon as he said it. I go, okay, sure. And I told him, I said, Lieutenant, and he should be telling me this. I said, he goes, well, let me know if it's going to be a problem. I said, no, let me tell you something. This is my philosophy. Always been my philosophy when I made supervisor. Did it in Vietnam too. You get a new employee. He comes in with his sea bag now suitcase, all his equipment, and he's got a rope with him. He looks at me. And they'll walk into the office, and they'll start working for you. And if they're incompetent, or they're going to make a mistake or do something stupid, right in front of you, they'll get a rope, they'll throw it over the beam, tie it to a chair, put it around their neck, and they'll jump off the chair. Okay? They're going to hang themselves. They don't need any help. So I'll let you know if he's going to be incompetent or not. Oh, that's a good point. I said, well, I'm just telling you, people step on their own crap. Okay, guy came over. Guess what he was? He was Latino. Wow, what a surprise, okay? And I knew that before he even told me who it was. He gave me the name, but before he gave me the name, I knew it was going to be some minority. It's going to be either a black guy, a Latin, or a lady. Okay, one of the three. Sure enough. He came over, super nice guy, okay? Came over, he said, yeah, we had a comment. That's all right. I said, you'll like it down here. And I told him what I expected of him, and he was like all ready to go. And I think it was either a combination of one, he wanted to make sure that he wasn't going to have a problem with me, but I think he was just being himself. Because again, that rope was not taken out. He just came as a regular employee and worked his butt off. And ironically, years later, I picked him up as my assistant on the last 7 or 8 years of my career because he promoted. And now he's a lieutenant. He might make captain, okay? Sharp guy. Oh, but we're having a personality conflict. No, you got a problem with people, not your color. Sorry, I didn't want to say it, but I said it, okay? So, there's where we stand. So then about another 6 months went by, and the guy was going to retire. Okay, well, most police retirements have a party. His staff, so to speak, get together, and they have a thing up at our academy at the banquet room, and they invite his the retiree goes with his family, whoever he wants to pick, put the notice out on the police paper, citywide, and then people go to it. And the average, I roasted a bunch of these, and I had one of my own. The average response is anywhere between 120 to 280 people, depending on how popular the guy is. And if he's younger, he gets a bigger crowd. If he's older, a lot of us old guys are gone. But that's the average. I think mine had 120 or something. I don't know what it was, but it's amazing that people actually spend money to come and see my ugly ass. But oh well, whatever. So they put out the notice, right? Well, here's how it went. Put out the notice for his dinner. They put out like 4 months ahead of time, and then a month went by, and they made it into a luncheon. Okay, now you may not know. I don't know about out in the civilian world, but in the police circles, not enough tickets were sold. They're usually about $35-40 a pop because they buy them a gift and all that stuff. Okay, you pay for your meal and everything. Not enough tickets. So they got to make it a luncheon. The reason why I make it a luncheon is it's like $10 for a ticket, and everybody goes there, on duty, on their lunch break during the day. Okay, they don't go there on a Friday night when they have to leave their family and all that. Then I get a call from a couple of guys that work for him. Okay, they went from luncheon to a hot dog hamburger thing out in the picnic area. Okay, that's even lower because they can't get any ticket sales. Usually I shouldn't laugh. When you have a picnic out on the picnic grounds, it's usually somebody doesn't want to be. I was going to have that. I just wanted to have a nice thing with just, beer, hot dogs, hamburgers, chips, and just everybody just mingle, have a good time. It was not because I didn't think I could draw anybody, but I thought, I'm not going to make a big deal. Oh no, my staff went full board, man. They had everything, you know. So that's them doing it, not me. I was very proud that they honored me that way. It really did. I honored my family. My parents were alive to see me, my wife, my children. It was a really neat thing to do. So it went from all the way that to nothing. They had nothing. Okay. And I look at that because you see the cancellation. Oh, it's been changed, you know, to this venue, and then you can see it slowly going from, you know, all the way down to the bottom of the barrel to nothing. He had nothing, zero. It's pretty funny. And I had one of my classmates, as little as 6 years ago, put out a notice that this guy's coming down from, I don't know what state, Oregon or something, to visit. Anybody wants to see him as old partners and old buddies, he'll be over here at Huntington Beach. We're going to go to this cafe. And I went, yeah, right. I want to go see this guy. Yeah, I really want to do that. And I heard from other people that he had like 3 guys show up at this thing. They were expecting like 20 to 30. But that shows you how much of an a-hole he is. Nobody wants to be around this guy. Get your time and go away. You know. So that's my little story about a racist top step. I've got another racist thing coming up here later on another guy. Interesting story on that one. So we'll get to that one in a minute. So I'm all done here, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.